If you watched the Super Bowl, you almost certainly saw that ad. One of several from the nonprofit He Gets Us, talking about Jesus not preaching hate, but preaching servitude. A lot of people thought it was a little bit weird. There's a lot of feet in there. It had its fans. Quentin Tarantino, I think, loved it. But other people had a problem with it. I, as an atheist, saw it and thought, like, do we really need like this very explicit religious advertisement? But however much atheists might not like this, right-wing Christians hated it way more. People like Tommy Lauren had very reasonable takes like, what I gathered from the Super Bowl is that white Christians are supposed to wash everyone else's feet. Like, how did you get that racial component to it?
Yeah.
It's here's the thing. Jesus did wash people's feet. I know that you don't like that. Like so much about Jesus, you don't like the stuff that he actually said or the stuff that he actually did. You like the idea of what he is that you think supports your right-wing political beliefs. I get that. But to then turn it to, I'm supposed to touch brown and black feet, that's the worst thing ever. Jesus Christ, you need to meet Jesus. But she wasn't alone. Jack Pasabik says, a white person washing feet in an abortion clinic funded by Christians. This is what infiltration of Western Christianity looks like. First of all, you guys want to believe that Jesus was white. It's stupid and ahistorical, but that's what you like to believe. So isn't the ad kind of appropriate then? Goes on to say, Jesus did not preach tolerance. This feet washing ad is heresy. How dare they say that Jesus didn't preach hate? But I wanted him to, and I like my version of Jesus better. They're all so angry. Matt Walsh says, putting out an ad that invites narcissistic, prideful, unrepentant sinners to come and get their feet washed is bad, actually, and also completely unbiblical. Yes, he's very worried about sinners. He does not know the first thing about Jesus and what he actually said. The Bible is not a guide to morality for people like Matt Walsh. It is a weapon that is supposed to be used to bludgeon those who have the least in society. And then you had people like the Hodge twins apparently reading into the ad again that it's a racial thing about black trans dudes' feet. I don't know where they're getting trans from. They're reading a whole lot in there, but they really want to assure other white conservatives that they're on their side with the racial thing. And then some go even further. So that's one conception of He Gets Us, of Jesus believing that we should serve. But others would really prefer the idea that he's Rambo. And so Twitter accounts were posting memes like this, to which people like Mercedes Schlapp said, Christ is king. The idea that he's gonna take a massive cross to beat the devil to death. I'll remind you, that's the thing that was used to kill Jesus, not the devil. They really don't seem to know much about their own religion, except that they would really prefer a different Jesus.
Yeah, Francesca? None of these people are Christians. Don't make me defend organized religion. Don't make me defend this weird ass ad He Gets Us. But they are, and this is why you get a Donald Trump. This is why you get someone who's like, it's a Bible, I don't know, I don't have a favorite passage. Pick one, dude. It's because there is no litmus test, they don't care. And in fact, they reject all of the teachings of, yes, tolerance, of love. They would come upon a sickly person and go, ew, gross. That's literally what they preach, is simply, if you're sick and poor, that's on you. Please don't get anywhere near me. In fact, we should lock you up. Like, that is what they like. And yeah, of course, to say nothing of the fact that, like, number one, not all of the people who were doing the washing or being washed were white. Why are you making this about race? And number two, if you are making it about race, yeah, Jesus himself was not white. Just say it. Just say you're not Christian. Just move on. Do something else. Like, say it's just the cult of Trump. Say it's just the religion of Trump. But stop. And again, and I think a lot of actually religious people, because you and I are not, but actual Christians find the right these days completely abhorrent.
Yeah, look, this just really lays bare the entire thing. They don't care at all about what's actually in Christianity. They just need something that they think will make them automatically right on politics. And they believe that if you say, oh, it's in the Bible, even though it's not, and they've never read it, and they don't care, then that makes them right. Look, they want politics to be what they want, which is, we keep all the money, we kill anyone we don't like. That is fundamentally all that politics is about. But you probably can't win running in a democracy with that sort of message. So instead, you cloak it in this religious belief that you don't give a damn about, but you know enough people you consider to be rubes believe in that it's a shortcut to getting people to support you. That's all it is. And they can't even hide it. They hate, if you quote Jesus to these people, it ruins their day. Like fundamentally, the idea of turning the cheek or like, not specifically Jesus, but the idea of like, rich men having effectively no chance of getting into the kingdom of heaven. Like they despise this stuff. They hate the Bible so much. No atheist despises the words of the Bible like these fake Christians.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.